Hello and welcome back. Welcome to a new edition of Vaughan and Vivo, another English class for you and another English class for me. So, manos a la obra, let's get started, okay? Voy a prepararte una propuesta. I'm going to prepare a proposal for you. Y voy a estudiar la propuesta. I'm going to study the proposal. Proposal. Proponer is to propose. Te propongo un brindis. I propose a toast to your English. A toast, que no es una tostada, por cierto. Una tostada is a piece of toast, okay? But a toast is un brindis. I want to propose a toast, and I want to make a proposal. Yes, I want to make a proposal, and I will prepare the proposal and send it to you as soon as I can, as soon as possible. Tomorrow at the latest. Mañana como más tarde. Tomorrow at the latest, I will send you a 3 or 4 page proposal that will include at least 2 options, maybe 3. 2 or 3 alternatives, Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C. And you can decide whether you want to do Plan A, or Plan B, or Plan C. Plan A means building a new factory. Plan B means adding a second shift to your current factory. And Plan C implies simply outsourcing some of our production. You see, we make ceramic cups, our factory. Now, we have a problem because our workers, we have 150 workers who start at 8 o'clock in the morning and they finish around 4 o'clock, at 4:15 in the afternoon. Okay, they clock in, fichan, clock in, or punch in. Cuando estás punchando, decimos en inglés, you're punching in your identification. We have 2 ways of saying fichar la entrada y fichar la salida. To punch in, or to clock in, to punch out, or to clock out. So our workers clock in at 8 o'clock in the morning and they clock out at 4:15. They have half an hour for lunch, so officially they work 7.5 hours a week. Okay, 7.5 hours a week. And we have a problem. We have 150 workers and we can't hire anymore. We can't hire. Hire, suena más alto, ¿no? Hire, lower, pero hire, escrito ire, es contratar personal. We can't hire any more workers because it would mean more factory. We would need to build another factory because we don't have enough physical space for more machines to make our ceramic cups. So we have a dilemma. So I need a proposal from you on different alternatives of how to solve this problem. And so, change the roles. Now I'm you. Mr. Evans, I am presenting you. I will send you tomorrow at the latest, como más tarde. Se dice at the latest. I will send you tomorrow morning at the latest a proposal to solve this problem, and it will include 3 alternatives, Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C. Now, Plan A call es llamar, no? Pepe, to call. But to call for means exige, exigir, o implicar, o tiene que, o incluye. El Plan A exige la construcción de una fábrica nueva. Plan A calls for the construction of a completely new factory. Okay? And we would sell or demolish the current factory. And the new factory will provide capacity for tripling production with the same current shift of 150 workers from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4:15 in the afternoon. Okay? But we'd have a new building, new offices, everything, but we wouldn't need to hire more people. Now, the factory, building a new factory and a new office building will cost a lot of money, but we can continue with the same workers, all right? Or very few workers more. That's Plan A. Plan B is simply to keep our current facilities. Facilities son instalaciones fabriles, en este caso, instalaciones, facilities. The television facilities here are very good. the lighting facilities, the sound facilities, everything. Las instalaciones aquí, televisivas, son muy buenas. The television facilities, no digo installations. Installations son cableados y cosas que no se ven detrás de las paredes. That's the installations. Fontanería, cañería, lo cableado, those are installations. Aire acondicionado, that's installations. Las cosas que se instalan. Las cosas que se instalan son instalaciones. Y no se instala una fábrica, se construye una fábrica, and that's facilities. Our premises is nuestros terrenos, and the buildings, son las naves, those are our facilities. So, the second plan, plan B, involves simply adding a second shift. Okay, now if we add a second shift, that means we keep our current facilities, and we don't build a new factory, and we don't expand the facilities. We simply create a new shift, which means we need to hire a new group of workers and to train them, okay? Which costs a lot of money too. And we'd have a new shift, but we have a problem here because the most rational way of doing a shift would be from 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon and from 2 to 10. That's the normal morning and afternoon or evening shifts, okay? So we would need to convince the workers on the first shift to stop coming at 8 o'clock and to start coming at 6. And that's not going to be very easy, okay? That's not going to be very easy. Most of the workers have been working in our ceramic factory for at least 10 years, and they've been coming every day for 10 years at 8 o'clock in the morning, clocking in, working, and leaving at 4:15 with a 30-minute break for lunch at 1:15, okay? If we approach them now, if we approach the workers and say, listen, because of production needs, we need to increase production, we're going to create dos turnos. We're going to create 2 shifts, a morning shift and an afternoon shift. The morning shift is from 8 to 2, and the afternoon shift is from 2 to 10. You can choose which shift you want to work on. I imagine that these workers will not be very happy and will have to deal with the union bosses as well, the union representatives, and it'll be a bit messy. Messy significa desordenado, pero también significa un poco lioso. It'll be a bit messy. But that's probably the cheapest, the most economical way of addressing this problem. To address is abordar este problema. Tenemos un problema. ¿Desde qué ángulo le vamos a abordar? What angle are we going to address the problem from? The best way to address this problem, that we need to increase production next year, or really this year, we need to increase production of our cups by at least 15% because we are losing sales. Perdiendo ventas. We're losing sales because we can't produce enough ceramic cups for to meet the market demand. So, we can build a new factory. We can build an extension to the current factory, but that's not reasonable because we don't have any land. Our factory is an old factory. It's been here for almost 100 years. And around the factory are apartment buildings. People live there, so we can't expand the factory. We could build a second floor, okay, and have the part of the factory on the second floor, but that's against local ordinances. The local ordinances prohibit second floor, third floor factories. Factory operations need to be on the ground floor, okay? So we are tied, we're straitjacketed, corsetados, and so we have to either build a completely new factory in another location, or we have to open a second shift, un segundo turno. Now we have only one shift from 8 to 4:15. I'm proposing here as plan B, option B, is to open 2 shifts, one from 6 to 2 and the other from 2 to 10. Okay? That way, de esa forma, that way, fijaos que no digo in that way, simplemente así. that way, this way, that way, we can expand production, we can increase production using the current facilities. The only problem we have is it's recommendable to change the working times of the workers and to change the shifts. That's plan B or option B. Now, option C is to outsource production, which means we will continue as we are now with our 150 workers clocking in at 8 o'clock, clocking out at 4:15, and the extra production we need, we will contact Cerámicas Pérez, and they will produce the additional cups in line with our specifications. En línea con nuestras especificaciones, in line with our specifications. And that's a good temporary or short-term or medium-term solution until we can get a better solution. Now, changing the tables. Okay, I'll change this camera over here. So, now I have to make a decision. And I look at plan A. Building a new factory. It's very expensive. But if we build a new factory, if we build new facilities, it will give us the flexibility to grow in line with future demand. Because the new factory would allow us to triple production with only one shift. Con un solo turno de trabajo, we can triple production in the new building. And if we add additional shifts, we could quintuple, sextuple production. Okay, so we could be positioned with a new factory, positioned to grow tremendously. But it's expensive and it's a bit dangerous in my opinion, because now people are very happy with ceramic cups. But what if people begin to prefer plastic cups in the future? What if people begin to prefer substitute products? So there is a danger or a threat. Se suele usar la palabra amenaza en el mundo de la estrategia de negocios. There is a potential threat that substitute products or the changes in personal tastes. People change. People don't have the same tastes all the time. New generations can appear, and they prefer not to have ceramic cups. So maybe if we buy a big factory, build a big factory, and tie up capital, inmovilizar, capital. We say tie up, atar, literalmente atar arriba es inmovilizar capital, dinero. We tie up money in the buildings and in the machines on this big factory. Then if the market changes, we have a problem. So I would prefer to descartar el plan A, o la opción, la alternativa A. I would prefer to rule out. Rule escrito, y luego out, es descartar. I would prefer to rule out alternative A, even though it's very attractive. I think it's a bit dangerous, and it's too risky. Arriesgado. It's a bit too risky in my opinion. Now plan B is good. Adding a second shift. If it's absolutely essential to change the timetables, I think we're going to have some long, messy negotiations with the trade union representatives. And so I'm not very keen on doing that right now. The labor market is tight. The labor market is tight right now, which means most people have jobs. All right. And so it would not be easy to find people, especially to find good people if we need a second shift, to train them, because making these ceramic cups is a medium technology process, but it requires at least 6 months working to be a good, highly effective, and productive worker. And so we would lose some time, and we would lose some efficiencies with the second shift, training the people, and then supervising the people with quality control systems, and we would make more mistakes. And so it could affect our customers and their perception of our quality. So I like plan B. I prefer alternative B over alternative A. But I'm a bit reluctant. Estoy un poco reacio. I'm a bit reluctant to say yes. Let's look at alternative C. Now, alternative C is to outsource. Outsource means to subcontratar. To subcontract, también podemos decir, pero está de moda, lleva años de moda. Outsource, que es buscar la fuente de producción, en este caso, fuera. To outsource. We can outsource. And you suggest Cerámicas Pérez. It's a very good company. And it's not too far. It's about 12 kilometers from here. They don't compete with us. They don't make ceramic cups. Okay? They make other types of ceramic materials. And so, and they have idle capacity. Idle. Capacidad ociosa. They have idle capacity. And they can devote certain machines and certain workers to making cups for us. And so we could negotiate with Cerámicas Pérez a deal or a contract for a 2-year period of outsourcing, which gives us time to watch the market trends, to see if other types of substitute products like plastic cups become more popular, to watch the changes in demographics and in habits, personal habits of all of our customers. And so we can wait on making a decision concerning alternative B or alternative A. And in the meantime, Cerámicas Pérez produces the additional cups that we need to meet the current market demand. Cumplir con la demanda, o sea, satisfacer la demanda actual, to meet, como conocer por primera vez, to meet the current demand. Because it's clear that we're losing sales. Because we can't produce enough cups to meet the demand. The supermarkets and hypermarkets and smaller shops are asking us, ordering more cups than what we can serve. So I think what I prefer to do is to choose alternative C for the time being. For the time being, de momento, for the time being. Because I know that my good friend Alejandro Pérez in Cerámicas Pérez, I know that in a question of 2 or 3 weeks, he can start serving us with additional cups. And so it's a question very quickly. On alternative B, to create a second shift, which includes negotiating with the unions, would probably take 3 or 4 months simply to get things started. And of course, to build a new factory would take at least 1.5 years. So alternative C may cost more per unit because to make 1 cup, the complete cost of 1 cup is €0.50. And then we sell the cup for €1. All right. So we have a margin of 50%. Now, Cerámicas Pérez is going to sell us the cups for €60. All right. 60 cents, which means that our margin is only 40%, not 50%. But even though we earn less, we have a margin of 40%. We earn 40 cents for every cup we sell to our wholesalers, los mayoristas, the intermediaries that take our cups to the final destination. So I prefer alternative C. Voy a estudiar tu propuesta. I'm going to study your proposal. All right, proposal. Make a proposal. Prepare a proposal. Okay? Send me a proposal. Proposal. All right, va a ser divertido. It's going to be fun. Ya verás, this class tomorrow, or the next half hour of this class, is going to be fun. You're going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun. Fun is divertido. No he dicho funny. The next half hour is not necessarily going to be funny. I don't think you're going to be laughing, but I think you're going to be enjoying it. You don't need to laugh to enjoy something. Something is fun, all right? Me lo ha pasado bien. I had a lot of fun. I had a good time. Ayer nos lo pasamos bien. Nos divertimos mucho anoche en la fiesta. We had a good time. We had fun. We had a lot of fun. No existe en inglés la expresión very fun. Si queréis decir que nos lo pasamos muy bien, hay muchas formas. Las más corrientes son, we had a wonderful time, we had a good time, we had a great time, we had a fantastic time, we had a adjetivo time, we had a horrible time, que mal lo pasamos, we had a wonderful time, we had a good time, we had a great time, we had an outstanding time, we had a wonderful time, etc. All right? A second way, we had fun. We had fun. Yes, nos divertimos mucho anoche. We had fun. Ahora nos divertimos muchísimo. We had a lot of fun. Es la única forma. We had a lot of fun. Y luego tercero, we enjoyed ourselves very much. Pero eso se dice menos y tiene menos impacto. We enjoyed ourselves very much at the party last night. Doesn't have much impact. We had a lot of fun. We had a great time. Has a lot of impact. Now, why? We had a lot of fun at the party last night because Manolo was there. And Manolo is a very funny person. He spent the whole time telling funny jokes. And we spent the whole time on the floor laughing. Okay, it was so funny. So we had fun because Manolo is funny. Nos divertimos porque Manolo es gracioso. Y estuvo en la fiesta. All right? So, he is very funny. So, funny es gracioso. Fun es divertido. Y cuando te lo pasas bien, to have a good time, to have a great time, to have fun, to have a lot of fun. Okay, va a haber una fiesta esta noche. There's going to be a party tonight. Y va a haber una fiesta mañana. Un día de asueto. No se va a trabajar ni ir al cole. There's going to be a holiday tomorrow. Pero antes para festejar o celebrar el hecho de que mañana es festivo, hay una fiesta esta noche, o va a haber una fiesta esta noche. There's going to be a party tonight because tomorrow is a holiday. Are you planning to come? Are you planning to come? Are you coming? ¿Vienes? ¿Tienes intención de venir? ¿Piensas venir? Are you planning to come? ¿Vienes? Are you coming? ¿Vas a venir? Are you going to come? ¿Tienes intención de venir? Do you intend to come? All right. Lo más corriente sería, ¿vienes? Hay fiesta esta noche, ¿vienes? Are you coming? I'm going to be there. Manolo's going to be there. Everybody's going to be there. If you don't show up, the party won't be the same. So please, find a way to make it to the party. Find a way to be at the party. Va a haber una fiesta. There is going to be. There's, contracción, there's going to be a party. Negativo, there isn't going to be a party. Question, is there going to be? Hay una fiesta ahora mismo. Is there a party now? Is there going to be a party this evening? Was there a party last night? Iba a haber una fiesta, pero se canceló. There was going to be a party, but it was canceled. Habría una fiesta esta noche si no estuviera lloviendo tanto. There would be a party this evening if it weren't raining so much. Ha habido fiestas todas las noches en esta casa desde hace un mes. There have been parties in this house every day or every night so far this month. And there will be a lot of parties. Habrá. There will be. Siempre there más una conjugación de verbo to be. There will be a lot of parties in this house in the future. And now, there's going to be a small 5-minute party on this program because Juan Luis has something to celebrate during the break with me and the other people here. We're going to celebrate during the break. It's a small micro fiesta, 5-minute micro party. So there's going to be a party, which means you have a 5-minute break, okay? But I need you back here in 5 minutes. okay? Okay.